G'day all, King Brown here again today, and today I'm going to make a pizza with a homemade base. Now, how many of you make homemade bases out there? I used to have a very good recipe, and years ago I lost it in the flood, of course, with the rest of my recipes, but it was a beauty. And I used to make up a batch of pizza bases, and out of this recipe using yeast, and I could put that in, use what I wanted to use that day, and then put the rest in the freezer, and they'd just stay there and keep them until I wanted to use them. It was a great recipe, no doubt about it. But there was a bit of work involved in it, and yeah, I don't like work that much. So early last year, I decided I would give the old 2-ingredient pizza base recipe a go. And true to King Brown form, I didn't hold back. I did it directly in front of a live stage, a live audience at one of my shows. So without knowing at all what it was going to be like, if it was going to work, if it was going to be edible, I had no idea. And to be honest, I was a little bit doubtful about the whole show. I ended up pretty good. I was very impressed, actually, very surprised at how good it actually did turn out. And for the rest of the year on that expo circuit, I actually, I think I did a pizza every weekend using that two-ingredient base. Yeah, so I don't know if you have all heard about this one before. Some of you might have heard about it, and some of you might not have. But hey, it's so simple to do, you know. It's something you can do for the kids if you're out camping, or just do for yourselves on a Friday night. It's so easy, and I tell you how good it is. I mean, you can go to town and buy a packet with a pizza base in it, you know, and it costs you $6 for 2 pizza bases or something ridiculous. You can go to the freezer section and buy a frozen base. You can even buy an old one of them ones in the cardboard box with the toppings on them and just add your own. I know a lot of people that do that. Once you've done one of these bases, you'll never do that again, because it's a waste of money. You'll just buy the ingredients and make your own base, because it's that easy and that good to do. It really is. I was blown away by it, to tell you the truth. It's just how good it comes up. So I'll run through the ingredients of how I make it. I mean, it's not going to take long because there's only 2 ingredients. So over here we've got self-raising flour, and I'll just get a cup. We're going to use a cup of self-raising flour. Yeah, I know I'm rough measuring. And it's supposed to be 50-50, I think. A cup of Greek yogurt, okay, and that's it, combined together. I can't remember if I was doing a cup for a cup. I think I probably put a cup of flour in, and I think I was using tablespoons to get it very precise to how I wanted. I'm fussy, and I think the cup to the cup method was a bit too wet for my liking. I don't really remember. My memory's terrible. I never remember anything. But I'll give that a go. I think I'll get myself a tablespoon. I'll put a cup in, and then I'll just dish it in until I like the look of it all, right? So I'm not going to go 50-50, 1 cup. Maybe that does work, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I just don't trust it, right? So, and I'm particular about getting moisture correct in these things, you know. In my mind, I'm pretty sure it'd make it too wet. And it's easy, you just add a bit more flour. But I like to have a bit of feel as I add it in, so we'll do that. And then we're just going to make a standard pepperoni pizza, of course. That's usually all I ever make. But we've got pepperoni. I've got some nice chunky jalapeno slices here, because I love me chili. I'm a chili freak. Pizza sauce, of course. Anchovies. I love them. Some people don't. And some pineapple. So that is a normal combination for my pizza. Sometimes I put a little bit of chopped onion on that as well, but that's sort of my ultimate pizza. Just like that, I love it. And chili, the saltiness from the anchovies. I've even got a jar of capers here, but I've never really had them before, so I'm a bit shy on putting them on there. But Yeah, I might leave them off. I'll make one later and put one on and try it. And I'm going to be using, this is something interesting too, the lump mozzarella cheese that comes in a big ball like that. You've seen that in the fridge at the supermarkets. And I'll show you how to use that on a pizza. When I first got one, I didn't know how to use it, but I've been using it for a fair while now, and it's actually pretty good. Instead of getting the grated stuff, you know, that's already pre-mixed in that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. You can get pizza blends of your cheese, and they brown up beautifully and all that. You know, that's all good. There's no problem with that. Yeah, I just happen to like using this. Okay, so what we'll do now is we will get a board up here that I can flour, and we'll start mixing, and we'll get my rolling pin sterilised and all that, and wash my hands, of course. And we'll start mixing the ingredients. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, we've got the flour going into the bowl, 1 cup, self-raising flour. And I've got my Greek yogurt here. It's a little bit soupy because it's warm out here. I left it out here while we were setting up. Give it a bit of a stir in. Yeah, that's thickening up. It was just a little bit thin. It makes it easier to mix probably. I'm going to start with 3, and I'll give that a bit of a cut. Yeah, no, it's going to be a lot more than that. Yeah, 4 or 5. I think 5 full tablespoons is actually a cup anyway. So probably a 50-50 is about right. And I'm spilling the ingredients already. Alright, I'm going to have to get my hands in here. No question about it. Bring this together. Thought it was a good idea using my left hand. I think maybe I should have used my right. No, more, still pretty dry. I'll put another 2 in. What's that, 6 or 7? They're very level tablespoons because it's so runny. Gotta mix it with a knife first. Got the fan going, you can hear a whirring noise in the background. It's very hot in here. A bit of smoke rising. We've got some charcoal down there heating up as well, so there's a fair bit of coals underneath it, but they'd been there for a fair while, so I thought I'd better top it up a bit. And I'm going to have to mix with my other hand. This is not working. I'm not a left-handed mixer apparently. Yeah, that feels better. Right. I'm not going to add any more because the more you work it, the wetter it'll get. And I'm a bit of a stickler for not making things too wet. I like to get them just right. You could probably go a little bit. That wasn't a spoon, it was just the wet bit off the spoon. I'll add that into it. Mix it in. Make it so it's nice and sticky. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's nice and sticky, I can work with that. Alright, so we'll flour the board up. Get some flour. Got to flour the board, and I've got to flour my rolling pin. Move that, that's an accident waiting to happen, isn't it? Yep. I got to flour up.
Ah, your new rolling pin.
That's my new rolling pin, yeah. Flour up my rolling pin. Ready to go.
That's your new rolling pin.
I'll just move these dirty ingredients out of our road over to there. That'll be. That's my new rolling pin, yeah.
Okay.
I go through quite a few of them a year. It's usually a Captain Morgan bottle, actually.
Now is
Stone's Wind into wine, but that's alright. You can use whatever flavour rolling pin you like, you know, it doesn't have to be that. But I do find that the Captain Morgan rolling pins are the best, as far as I'm concerned. It's my story anyway, and I'm sticking to it. So it rolls out quite easily. going to flip it over and work on this side. I don't want to make it too big because it's got to go underneath one of those little camp ovens down there. There we go. So that's roughly the shape that we want it to go on. Yeah, and I need it to be smaller than that because the camp oven's not that big. I should have bought the I'll just put that on there just while we make the pizza, and then I can slide it off there onto my pizza oven down there. So we're going to be cooking this. This is a genuine camp oven pizza. Some of you that have been following me for a while will know that I've already mastered the secret of solve the problem of how do you get the pizza out of the camp oven. That's always been the age-old problem. You think about it, you got the camp oven base, you put your pizza down in it, you cook it, but then how do you get it out because it's red hot? Well, I'll show you a trick in a minute because I've solved that problem. Well, somebody solved it and I copied it, but it's been around for a long time, this technique, but I know a lot of people don't know about it. Alright, so we'll brush on some tomato pizza sauce. Plenty of sauce, I like saucy ones. Keep it saucy. We've got a bit of a smoke hazard happening here at the moment, and it's blowing straight at Martuna.
That's why.
That's alright, we'll just have to put up with that Martuna. It's it's rough on these jobs, I know. It's rough. Everybody out there will be looking at going, oh, look at that poor camera woman. She's getting all smoke in her eyes and he's brutally making her just struggle on. Alright. Pizza sauce. We've got, I'll put the cheese on now. So this is just that plastic cheese. I'll get him up a bit. And what I've been doing, it's really simple. I guess you could, it's starting to melt a bit on me too because it's so hot out here. You probably could grate it, but I've just been dropping it in blobs like that. And it just runs where it wants to go. It does a pretty good job actually. So I wouldn't worry about going too much trouble with the grater and all that. This is just as good. Okay, just like that, that'll be enough. We've got some pepperoni here. I've sliced it up a little bit. I don't like the big, it's only little pizzas. I don't like using the round rings on the little pizzas. I like strips like this. Plenty of them. We've got some pineapple to go on. These are a bit chunky. I don't like them huge. So I'm just going to slice them up a little bit, make them a bit smaller. And just sprinkle them around, spread them. I can hear that dog snoring over there in the background. Oh, you just woke up.
No, it's not there.
What's missing now?
Anchovies.
Oh, the anchovies.
There.
Oh, yeah, they are. I couldn't see them. Oh, look at that. Yummy bits of goodness these things are. Love my anchovies. I don't know if anyone else is going to eat this pizza. I might have to make some more so everyone else can have something to eat. This is very much to my own personal taste going on. What's going on over here? A bit more over there maybe. Although I know Martina loves her anchovies, so she's alright.
I love anchovies.
Yeah. Yeah, you eat them a lot, don't you?
Yeah.
Look at that. Okay. That looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, this is just a King Brown special. It's not gourmet, okay? Because if it was gourmet, you'd have to put some basil leaves or something of that rubbish on top of it as well. And Yeah, I've had them. They're all right. I get it, but you know, green leaves don't belong on pizzas. Let's face it. Let's be honest with each other. You know, if you're putting green leaves on your pizzas, there's something not quite right going with you. I think that's my opinion. Anyway. Okay. Well, we're going to take this down now, and we're going to put it on the into the camp oven. I'm going to show you my technique of cooking a pizza in a camp oven and not burning your fingers when you lift it out. Here we go. Yeah, I just forgot one ingredient. I forgot to put the jalapenos on. I just had one out of the jar. There was water on a bit. We got the combination of smoke and a bit of a mouth on the jalapeno. That was a hot little bugger, that one. Love jalapenos, love chilies of all kind. I grow them, have done for years. Habaneros, you name it, I've grown it. Ghosts. Alright, that's going to have to do. Now we'll get this pizza down into the camp oven and we'll get in cooking. We're ready to go next time. Right, let's go. Okay, so this is a little trick on how we're going to cook the pizza and get it back out of the oven when the oven is red hot and the pizza's red hot. Okay, so what we've got down here, if you look down here, Martin will show you, we've got the camp oven lid sitting on a rack. I've got, you might notice, I've got the King Brown camp oven gloves on, so I can handle very hot metal without burning myself, because I'm going to need it, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the pizza on there and I'm going to put the base on there, so I'll have some heat underneath it. I'm going to pile up the heat on there and we're going to bake the pizza in there just like that. Bet you didn't think of that, hey? How simple is that? Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do first, before I do that, I'll just show you a quick trick. This works with your camp ovens or with your lids. If you want to clean them, it's always a good idea to get them a bit clean before you use them, and the simple way of doing it is just a bit of spray oil, then like that, and some paper towel. Now any dust or hair or anything like that that's caught down in there, the oil's going to pick it up with the paper, and then we have a nice clean one ready to go. And don't throw that straight in the fire because it smokes like mad everywhere. Put that in the bin. Trust me, I've been there before. Rightio, I'll grab the pizza and we'll throw him on there. Right, I've got the pizza. It looks like I might have got fairly close to the diameter. Oh, she's starting to stick to that. Yeah, I should have floured that. That's a rookie mistake, that one. I should have floured that little pizza tray. Because now it's going to stick to it a bit. Oh, yeah, she's right, we got it. We saved the day, but only just. Look at that. It's a bit doughy under there. Yeah, rookie mistake. I should have had some flour on there. That would have come off a lot easier. It was just sticking because it was just cold metal and dry, and the wet batter stuck to it a little bit. I should have had some flour on there, obviously, for that, but that's okay. Rookie mistake. I should have known better than that. Okay, so we've got the base there. Let's get the hang up on me rack over here so I know where it is when I want to use it next. Alright, let's get the camp oven up on top, over the top like that. This bloody handle's on the wrong way, of course. There we go, just like that, and we'll get some heat on him. Now I have got a bit of a mixture of charcoal and hot shot briquettes in there. The old hot shot briquettes are a bit far gone, they're sucked in a fair bit of moisture, so I'm just trying to use them up. So I'll see how they go. I've got them down in here, they're very, very hot. Hopefully. I'm going to use a bit of a mixture of both. Yeah, look at that. See, straight out, that's been sitting there for ages. Look at that. It's black. So that's not really hot at all. I'll pull one out here. Look at that. Glowing red. See how he goes. He looks alright. Glowing red. They go black very quickly, which means they're not much good. And we've got plenty of coals here. We'll be right. Yeah, look at that. It's too black. Alright. Thought I'd get away with using that, but obviously not. Let's just pile up the charcoal. And we'll get our heat get our heat. I had charcoal in here as well, so that should be fine. A lot of heat. You want to crank it on top. Scoop a little bit up underneath. That lid will start to heat up, and as it's starting to heat up, it will start to cook the bottom of the pizza. It also should happen at the same time, really, so I'm not too worried about burning underneath. I don't usually burn anything underneath. I haven't got a real lot under there, just enough to get it going. I want some more of them. But I want to get as much as I can up on here, because the heat is naturally going up. It's naturally rising and going away from the food that's under it. So we really need to get a lot on this base to get this base hot. Quite actually, what I would normally do is have that base sitting over there on the fire and get it hot before I put it on. I should have done that too. I just forgot. I only just remembered that just then. But anyway, we'll stack up a heap of mountain of coals here. Alright, I'll just have a bit of a check on that and just see how it feels. Yeah, that's pumping out a fair bit of heat there. I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to give that 10 minutes and we'll knock the lid off and have a look. It should only take 10 to 12 minutes to cook. Any longer than that, I'll be a little bit worried about things getting a bit too hot in there. So we're going to check it in 10 minutes. I'll check the clock in a minute, and we'll be back in 10 minutes and we'll all have a look together and see how it looks. Righto. Okay, it's been about 13 or 14 minutes, a little bit longer than I expected, but I got carried away doing something and forgot about it there for a minute. Time flies when you're having fun, I suppose. Okay, well, I think it's time we better get this pizza, the base off, and have a look and see how it's going anyway. I haven't had a look. I have no idea at all what to expect. No, I got an idea, but hopefully it'll be perfect pizza. That's what I want to see.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's spread out there nicely. The base is puffed up. We haven't got a lot of colours or anything. One of my tools here off the rack. Yeah, that base is cooking through. It's not a thin and crispy. I've made it a little bit thicker. Well, I think we're going to give that a few more minutes because it's just a little bit soft and there's no colour up on top just yet. I'm just going to put the lid back on and we'll give it another 5 minutes. Let nature take its course. Yeah, it's all sealed up there. Might have a little bit of a shuffle around here, and it's going pretty good. Yeah, get some of that hot stuff down there. Get rid of these old briquettes, they're not doing much good here, I don't think. We'll just work with the charcoal. What have we got left in the way of charcoal? There's a bit there. And over there. Yeah, a few bits floating around here, we go. Alright, got a pretty good bed of coals underneath that oven. I don't really want to disturb too much of that. And I can feel it on my face, so it might be alright. Yeah, there's a fair bit of heat on that. Alright. We'll give that an extra couple of minutes and hopefully by then I'll be able to eat my lunch. I'm getting bloody hungry. Okay, see you in a minute. It's been an extra 4 minutes and I'm not going to go much longer than that, otherwise all the cheese will just melt and run off it. And I was thinking too while I was waiting, the lack of colour on that cheese is probably the cheese. It probably needs to be cooked in a much higher temperature and cooked very quickly than what I've got out of here. When I was doing the demos last year, I was always using the gas barbecues to do the pizza cooking, and so I'm guessing that's probably some of it. And if I had to use one of those cheese blends in the packet, it probably would have browned up, because they'll brown up. That's what they're designed to do. Whereas the straight mozzarella, you know, it's going to take a bit of scorching on top. So anyway, let's lift him off, and if everything's good, I'll drop the coals out and we'll have some lunch. Oh, it's got some colour now, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, no problems with that having some colour.
Have one piece wrong?
While that oven is very hot, I'm just going to give that a very quick spray. Look at the smoke. Helping season that in there a little bit. Make him nice and slippery for the next time. Put that burn on. You can smell that oil burning on over there. Have I got any paper towel there handy? There's a white paper towel. It'll be right. Do that later. We'll get this pizza off onto a board, and we'll shift him up to the table so that we can cut him up and have a taste. Now it shouldn't be too much of a problem to get off. Yeah, that's alright. Feels pretty good. Come off as one piece, just like that. No worries whatsoever. Whoa, drop your spatula in the coals, put him back on the hook. Oh, I dropped it, that'll be right. That over there. How good does that look? Alright, let's get him up on the table and we'll cut him up. Rightio, so we're ready to cut up the pizza. And guess what I've got? I've even got a pizza wheel. It smells good, Martina?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, okay.
Can I have one piece?
You can have one piece? Yeah, you can have one piece. Make sure we've got an anchovy on it for you as well. How about that?
You.
I know you like anchovies.
Mix me hungry. Just mix me hungry.
Yeah, it does smell good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Good about that. Let's have a bit of a look at this base. It's red hot. I'm going to burn myself again. I should let things cool down a little bit, but it'll be right. Let's have a look at this base. Oh, yep, nice stretchy cheese. Here we go. What's it look like? A little bit dark. I cracked her up there at the end. It's not burnt.
That's not burnt.
It's not even caramelised. So you can get away with burning if with the correct use of the terminology, caramelised and charred. No, that's perfect. Look at that. Very, very hot. I'll just want to chop a little bit off where it's not so hot. Just have a look at that crust. You can see that. Look at that. How good's that? That's not bad, is it? For 2 ingredients, self-raising flour and Greek yogurt, and I'll have a little taste. That base is really surprising at just how good a pizza base it is. It really is surprising. Highly recommended. Give it a go. Honestly, give it a go. You'll be amazed. And anyway, folks, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you did, hit that like and subscribe button up there and help me channel along. It'll be great. I'm trying to get a bit of growth happening here. Do appreciate you guys watching, and every week. It's been fantastic. Oh, I'm going to put on weight if I keep eating like this. But that's alright. I think the damage is already done. Until next time, King Brown out. Good.
Yeah,
I just had a bit of anchovy. Yum.
yeah, this like.
We're still filming. I might have to use some of that.
Huh?
I might have to use some of that.
I just sitting here like this.
No, I'll pick a good little bit out.
But no, that's right. I'm just sitting like this.
There we are. Bon appetit, everybody. we didn't know we were still filming. We just figured it out. Absolutely delicious, by the way. Absolutely, isn't it? Yeah, Martina loves it too. And I'm surprised. I didn't think she'd like it.
Yeah, and sometimes I cannot eat this.
It doesn't eat the pizza sometimes, yeah. But this is very, very good.
I like that this.
Mm.